Hello, welcome back to Griftlands. My plans went a little differently than I expected, basically. I was planning on sitting down last night and recording a run, but the time got away from me, basically. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna record like half of a run now, and then I'll do the other half of it tomorrow, is what I'm expecting to do. We're gonna play Rook today. Check him out. I'll take you through how he works. I've played him a little bit, but I mean, I've done a run with him, which is on the channel. Earlier this afternoon, I did a run with Sal, just on my own. I knocked out a run. I was like, hey, I kind of want to play a run of Griftlands, but I don't feel like recording it. So I ran through a run. There was nothing too remarkable. I skipped most of the story, and I knocked it out in like an hour and a half, maybe. I played a build based around combo. It was pretty easy cheesy. I just figured I'd skip one of the ascension levels while I had some time, basically. So we're gonna play Rook. I will give you the lowdown. We're doing the bog job. I do have a new outfit for him. Let's see if any of these look cool. Honestly, kind of feel like you just go with classic with Rook. I feel like it's fine, and this one's kind of cool, the shadow outfit, but I like the basic. Maybe the fourth outfit will wow me. And we have perks to unlock with this guy apparently. And so the prestiges are not shared because I'm on level 2 on Rook. I thought the prestige, someone told me the prestige levels are shared across characters, but I'm prestige 3 with Sal, and yet with Rook I'm apparently only prestige 2. So we actually have to go through 21 runs to be on max prestige with everyone. Strange. Alright, let's look at Rook's perks. I imagine they're the same. They do appear to be the same as the previous perks. I'm not going to spend any perks. I'm just going to... Oh, you get a special benefit for winning with the perk. Okay, so I'll actually try to work on completion then, a little bit. So for Rook, let's take... I didn't even upgrade the benefits to 3 for the run I played today. Sorry, I forgot how this works. There we go. Let's take benefits 3. Let's do 1 additional graft slot. That seems good. What? Oh, I see. I clicked on the perk slot on accident. Okay. And then let's take max XP on both your basic decks is half. That seems cool. I want to unlock a few of these so that we can get closer to... Oh, you can only select 2 tier 3 perks. Of course, that makes sense. Let's cut benefits then. I feel like if you're not gonna take the enemies or people will start to love you, I feel like starting with people liking you is kind of uninteresting to me. Let's do basic training, and let's do alert. That seems fine. I have 8 points to spend. I'll spend those later, don't worry. And yeah, here we go. I'll let you hear the story and all of this, just in case you haven't.
You bear the brunt of the world when you wear a soldier's uniform. So you turned yours in and left the Admiralty. But even out of uniform, your name still carries the weight of your medals. Captain Rook, the veteran, the hero, the saboteur, the spy.
I gotta make a confession. I don't know what a saboteur is.
You freelance, and you're on your way to a job in Grout Bog, where the Spark Barons plumb the ruins looking for forgotten treasures. The bugs are hard to spot, but they bleed you dry if you let them. Seems like you'll fit in just fine.
I've heard the word saboteur so many times in video games and I don't know what it means. I have no idea. I take my gamer cred. The land around Grout Bog squelches with mud hungry for legs as well as boots. The only road leads to a gate flanked by armed security. A Spark Baron guard steps out into the path as you approach. Stop right there, the bog is closed. So right away you'll notice Rook's storyline starts differently. Instead of starting in the bar talking to fish, we start out here. Bog's closed, especially to grifters like you, unless you pay the processing fee. So we can either pay this man $20 to start the game, or we can do a little negotiation. I will do a negotiation. I'm not going to pay him money. He's also bad at his job, so it's easier. Like to talk to your manager. So the Rook mechanic is the coin. Rook has a coin here on his core argument, and you have cards that flip it. If you get heads, you gain 1 composure to a random friendly argument, and if you get snails or tails, you deal a damage to a random opponent argument. And you can swap out the coins for different coins that synergize with your deck, which we will be doing. When I played this run on stream, the run that I played was focused on setting the coin to tails a lot of times, flipping it a bunch, and then having a coin that gave me more damage every time that I flipped tails. I will switch back between calling this tails and snails, so get ready for that as well. But your cards also interact with which side of the coin is up, so like hostility cards generally are going to gain a benefit if you have tails, and diplomacy cards are generally gaining a benefit if you have heads. So like, for this example, our starting hostility gains bonus damage if we're on tails, which we are on tails, and you saw we did 1 to him. This is just in case. I'll go through it in the mainline series. I'll go through each character's learning process. I haven't played the other guy yet, so it may be done live, like on the YouTube, but I'll just run you through it real quick. Let's see what we got. We got 4 damage coming our way. This is where you point out that Sal's passive of start with 1 block is really nice, because a lot of early enemies do 4s and you only block 3. But I kind of want to try to build around playing heads, because I played snails last time I did this. Let's start with a trickery. Gain a bonus action next turn. Apply 3 composure. We'll just take apply 3 composure. That seems fine. I think we'll flip once. If it's heads, we play both pleasantries, and if it's snails, sick, it's heads. Great news. And then we will end turn. These call-outs are just flip your coin, and they're sticky, so they stay in your hand. 1 composure every time you draw a hostility. So I gotta break this. The balance in this first combat is going to be pushing damage to his main argument while also not running out of damage cards, which I think can happen. We're going to spend most of our time trying to make sure that I can actually play cards. This is a destroyed, gain 3 vulnerability. I'm going to try and also farm up my starting deck here. We want to get to maxed out as quickly as possible, right? Especially with the perk that we took that makes these easier to clean up. And I'm going to aim green here, I feel like. We'll see what they show us though, right? I'm not going to force it if I don't think I can get it. I don't really know what it looks like if you're playing a deck that spams heads, because I haven't done that yet. Also, you'll notice Rook starts with like 5 more base resolve than Sal. Let's do... Given the option here, I think I will take damage to work on trickery. No, I think it's better to work on getting these rationales upgraded as quickly as possible. Going from 3 to 4 even is a huge upgrade. And we gain it. We're just vulnerable for the rest of the combat, basically. This enemy with these appropriate is when you break them, you gain vulnerability. So we're permanently vulnerable against this man. And that's just how it goes. It's not that scary. Flip some heads here. Nice. Nice. I'm a 50-50 master. We just block. I'm gonna farm him, like I said. We want to spend some time farming. I'll take the set here so you can see how rig works. So I can rig. This card lets me rig either heads or snails. So the next time I flip, it's guaranteed to be whichever one I rig. We'll rig heads. So next time I gamble, I will land on heads. For sure, like 100%. It has to happen. Palo loses half his resolve. Okay, so here we'll flip so you can see it. Guaranteed heads. Easy peasy. Trying to make sure I cover all the angles here. I can finish the fight, but I want to farm a little more, I think. 2, 3, I'll take 5. Let's see, so I'm gonna start with the pleasantries on the scruple over here, right? Well, I could do... If I do pleasantries and take back my other pleasantries, I can finish it upgrading right now. I don't hate that. Like, I get a card upgraded from this combat. Oh, I should end it here, actually. And I can, cleanly. Because this is the last round. This is turn 5, and I don't have the fatigue increase that I had in the last run I played. So, like, next round, I'm going to be fatigued and not gain experience anyway. So that's fine. We got 1 pleasantries upgraded there, which is pretty sick. We can rig heads, and then That's okay, or we can draw a card. I'll rig heads. We're gonna go towards heads. I want to play for it. I want to see what it feels like. I want to see if it's good. And Snail Hunt was the big card in the run that I played. It's rig 2 snails and improvise a hostility, so you can chain together like you can chain together this rig the 2 snails and then pull a gamble that gets benefit from you flipping a snails, and it's really good. Every time you gamble, reduce the cost of this card by 1 until played. Prepare a card. Prepared, this card costs 1 less. I don't really know if preparing is good or not. I feel like I'll have to jump at some point. Snail Hunt, like I said, I want to play differently. Let's try it. Let's go dogged. I'm not like hard committed. We can try taking a prepared option. They just double the fee, have it your way. Only if you have some work papers. Yep, here are my papers. Pull the signed work visa from an oilskin wallet. Looks legit. So we get to make a choice here now. We get to, and this choice doesn't matter. We get to choose. So Rook's storyline basically has 2 paths that you follow, and you're declaring which one you're going to go here, but you can just switch it up. So we can either play Take Names, which is a 2 energy negotiation card, deal 2. And when you play this against a new unique character, you add their name to the list. For every name that you've added to the list, this gains 1 damage. So by the end of the run, this will probably be 2 energy, do like 12, right? Depending on how many negotiations. Or we can go, you're here to dig, which is the shovel. It's 2 damage, 0 energy, deal 2 bonus damage per empty cell, gain 2 defense per charge. If you don't know what that means, don't worry. Both of these cards seem good. I took the shovel when I played last time, so we will go do work security. Look like common labor. I'm reporting to Leyland Felimo directly. Of course you are. Better hurry this along. Felimo doesn't like to be kept waiting. Gotta search you. Anything you want to declare. This is our end of last run bonus. This is our whale bonus. So we get draft 2 battle cards, 2 grenades, or add a battlegrass slot. Since we started with 5, we took the extra. I don't need to take a battlegrass slot. I feel pretty good about not doing that. I think we draft 2 battle cards. I think that's fine. So fully charged deals max damage. Fully charged deals 2 bonus damage and hits all enemies. Or apply burn. I want to try burn. Burn seems cool, but is this card good for it? Like, I don't have concentration yet. Let's try it. We can do a little jump. Maybe we'll pick up some concentration. Apply 5 defense and gain 2 overcharge. So when I played last time, I played overcharge, and overcharge seems really strong. This card generally seems really good to me. Block 5 and gain 2 overcharge seems nuts. But let's try something different. So let's try ricochet. I gotta not fall into the trap of playing the exact same deck every time. I gotta experiment and try different things instead of just going with, oh, hey, this worked. I don't need to hear about Felimo. It's been a pleasure, officer. Go through the gate, but you feel like Foul Powell will miss you when you're gone. So, because I'm taking a negotiation path, one of these runs I want to try and not kill anyone, and maybe even try to not have anyone hate me at the end of it. So we get to make our choice. We can either go talk to Felimo or we can go talk to Calandra. Let's talk to Felimo, and I think I will try to not kill anyone in this run. To enter the official-looking building, you're stopped by an armed guard. Stay right where you are, Grifter, and stay your business. Hello, Lopley. Great name. Nothing to fret about. You show Lopley your signed papers, somehow studies them while still fixing you with a suspicious glare. Checks out very well. Hello, Felimo. I'll do the quick talk. I didn't seem like I needed to meet these people. It didn't seem like I got a bonus for meeting them when I've done this in the past, but, yeah, you know. Felimo's easy to recognize, even though the years have been a little too kind to him. You spot him lapping a drink like a contented salamander. Is that right? Is that... Can you say that? So you've gone up in the world since discharging, eh, rookie? Rook, you old scoundrel. Figured you'd be able to move faster than that even with that bum leg of yours. Docktown's a long way from here, Felimo, and that's Captain Rook to you. Let's do our work. You wouldn't have called me out here if it weren't something interesting. I'll take the job. That man absolutely just spawned in. That happens sometimes where if you're watching in the background, people just appear. So we can either do all play and no work or message control. We get Amnesiator. Next card played is played twice, then destroy it. Oh. That seems really cool. Or Speed Tonic. 2 random cards in hand cost 0 until played, replenish, destroy after 1 use. Yo, I am... Amnesiator seems really good. I'll take 10 less gold for destroy 2 cards. The Rise have been getting aggressive with their recruitment. Only some of the laborers are malcontent, but they work to sow dissent among the others, radicalizing the workforce. The Rise is a loose group of union organizers and freedom fighters campaigning for workers' rights. Disgusting. One pamphleteer has been encouraging the workers to strike. Oh my god. Distributing disruptive material is strictly against the rules, but rules mean nothing to these savages. Imagine expecting benefits and equal pay. Gross. Alright, let's do it. Go to worksite B, use your select set of skills to find the pamphleteer, but avoid agonizing the laborers too much, that'll put them straight into the Rise's arms. Oh, that guy appeared because he's a vendor. We can buy gear while we're here. Apply 3 mark. These are items that I'm not going to buy. I feel like I don't need to buy items now, but on higher difficulties you'll probably need to buy items to beat hard combats. Okay. There's a lot of people to talk to here. Let's talk to the guard. Rumor has it Quarren earned his way into the Spark Barons by inventing an automatic nose blower. Guess he can sniff out any opportunity. Tell me about the pamphleteer. Looking for a Rise pamphleteer that's been causing trouble. Have you seen them? No. If I saw them, we wouldn't have this problem. Alright, look, buddy. Can you give me some help? Cracking skulls was enough to fix the problem. It'd be fixed already. Try talking to the workers. You are worthless. You are less than dirt to me. I am abandoning my pacifist playthrough to end your life. Hello, Gura. Gura might be open to a new line of work or acknowledges your presence. Tell me about the pamphleteer. Why would I tell you if I had? I can talk him into it. So basically, the man at our job said to not make them too angry. So we'll just talk him down. Consider the following. Hey, it highlights Blacklist when it's going to give me a new name. So I should go through and try to do a negotiation with each of these characters if possible, just so I can take all of their names. I don't know if I'll be allowed to, but if I can, like, sick, dude. That card's really cool. I'm not sure if it's good, if it's 2 energy, but like, it's really neat, if nothing else. What's this thing? Gain 2 composure whenever we create a new argument. That doesn't matter. Suspicion matters a little bit more. So you can choose a card and move it to the prepared position, which means it's leftmost, which means that if I play Call It, Dogged becomes prepared, right? Yeah, okay. So even if you don't have anything that lets you prepare, cards can end up prepared. That is a good piece of intel. I don't know, it doesn't really matter what I do there. We could do like, I don't have a gamble though, so never mind. I was thinking I could rig it, but there is no reason to, because I won't be flipping. I could have like rigged it first and maybe save some damage. There's gonna be a little bit of min-maxing that I lose out on here, and that is okay. Oh wow, prepared is really cool, because look, I can do something like, I can flip. I shouldn't have flipped again, that's my bad. I should have played the pleasantries first, but then Dogged becomes the leftmost card. Look at that. Prepared's really cool. There's a lot of actual good decision making I can do to maximize it, and that feels pretty good. Okay, I'm just gonna farm him a little bit. We're not going to look for the kill, even though I probably could get it here with the Bone Tired. Yeah, he loses 9. He won't die if I high roll that anyway. Yeah, I feel like especially early on, as we climb difficulties, because this is level 2, enemies are harder. As we climb the difficulties, it's just going to be important to upgrade your starting cards and get them into a better place as quickly as possible. And there's prepared built in. So it feels like the starting card here that we have, what's it called? What is that card called? Trickery. And like each of the starting cards that I've seen so far like that, or both of them I should say, they seem to kind of give you a way to play around a specific archetype, like that has a chance to give you a card that lets you prepare a card, right? He's impatient. We should be fatigued. Yep. So we got pretty close. I did not quite get the second Call It finished, but you know what? I'll take it. We grumble first. Now I just flip twice and I don't miss heads both times. Sick. Easy. Well, I traded some health off there, but we have 4 cards getting upgraded because of my health being traded off. Not like over the last 2 combats, I've traded like 5 resolve for these cards being upgraded. And I think that's worth it. So with rationale, we can rig snails. I am not going to do that. Can you also get it to rig heads? You can get it to rig heads also, so that's just random. Okay, give me draw a card on it. Gain an influence upon the play, I think, is the best option here. Interestingly enough, the influence and the heads effect on the pleasantries, they kind of are at odds. A little strange, but I will... They're not at odds, they just both do the same thing. Oh, prepare a card? Hell yeah. You can also give it a gamble, but I'll take prepare a card because that's what I want to do. Now, with Call It always has the exact same too. You can either give it set the coin, which takes away gamble. It still counts as a flip. If you set the coin, you just pick the outcome. Or you can take replenish, which means you just draw another card with it. I think the replenish is really good. There's probably situations where setting the coin is better, but like if you're playing a deck that doesn't rig it, which perhaps we aren't, but I don't know if it matters too much. Either way. Attack 2 random arguments for 1 to 3. Spend all dominance, gamble, and deal 2 damage to a random opponent argument for every dominance spent. Every time you gamble, reduce the cost of this card by 1. I don't like any of these all that much. I don't really feel super inclined. Maybe agency is good. 1 to 6 or 4 for 2. I think I probably undervalue something like this, especially since I have an option to give me influence now. Yeah, let's try it. Surely this isn't worth the demerits. After all, what has the Rise ever done for you? Guru marks your map. Doing this is going to get me blacklisted with some of the foremen. Alright. Can I not talk to everyone else here? That's a shame. Oh, maybe I could have talked to Frash first. I didn't realize this guy was here. Nice X. How did that happen? Hold on, let me look at this guy. No! I wanted to look at him again. Ah, frig. Like, at any time, I can go back to where we talked to Felimo initially, and we can grab items there. And I guess talk to him again if we want to, but why would we? Make your way through the bog forest to the spot marked on the map. You're just about to give up when you spot a ramshackle tent. Clem emerges as you approach. I had a run where Clem hated me. That's why I know your name. Clem was like the only person in the game that hated me. Fuck you, Clem. Yeah, slander. Whenever you murder a member of the Rise, lose 2 max resolve. Who's there? Are you lost, sir? This ain't the road. I think I just came over here and beat the shit out of Clem. I'll talk you out of leaving. I feel like if you try to play this game without killing people, you obviously play less battles, but like if you're trying to get people to like you, you also just negotiate more. Usually works like be alone, cut your losses, and find a new stomping ground. The Barons haven't outlawed talking on shift. Sure, there must be something else you can do for your cause. The start of each turn, a random card in hand costs 1 extra action. Interesting. So, as I have discovered, I imagine that this is going to carry through to situations like this. If you play a card that attacks 2 random arguments, this does not do 8 to the core, it does 4, and then the second 4 just fizzles. I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but I did learn it. Yeah, that's it. I just learned it. I checked it with one of the Sal cards that applies Composure to 2 random arguments. I'm assuming it works the same on enemies, where that card doesn't do 8 to a target. That's alone. Insert a propaganda card into Rook's draw pile at the beginning of Clem's turn. Clem restores 5 resolve for each propaganda in hand. Prepare a card, swap its cost with this card's cost. Wait, that's sick. What? I get to choose a card and make it cost 0? Wait, I want that. Wait a minute. That's really good. I need payoffs now. I have the options to prepare, but I need a reason to prepare now. I have things that say prepare on them now, though. Is this a permanent +1? This negotiation? Oh my god. I did not realize. That's my mistake. Not really my mistake, I just didn't know. I should have looked, I guess. Reverse your coin. If your currently prepared card +2 damage until the end of this turn, it's not a worth. Reverse your coin. Like, I guess I could reverse my coin. It guarantees me one more block here, right? I think it's fine, because I can flip this and I either get tails and then reverse it, or I just get heads. I just get heads. And I think I will reverse the coin. Why not? This enemy is a lot scarier because of the... I guess you kind of use the Call to Rise to counteract the propaganda, I suppose. Like this card now, I will just make propaganda cost 2, but the downside is it's harder for me to get rid of propaganda if I'm trying to kill the brainwash. That's really, really interesting. This fight requires an actual decent amount of consideration on what the hell we're doing here. I guess not too much though, because I can just leave the brainwash up and then it's not a big deal. But propaganda, like, this fight's really cool. And this is the, like, 3rd fight of the run, I think. And I'm losing my mind over it. But this is really well designed. Gain 2 actions. Draw a card for every friend you have in the Rise. I have no friends. There does not exist a friend. Yeah, so I'm going to look to play out... Even cards like Grumble are worth playing to try and... yeah, so we'll propaganda the dog, and it's good to try and play out Grumbles though and just get rid of Grumble as a whole. Propaganda's gone. If I hit the brainwash, it's not the end of the world, so I will agency. That's fine. That's optimal, I would say. Now we have extra actions. I can play out my whole hand. Give me draw 2, absolutely. So I'm just gonna try and maximize my experience. I could delay. Like, this is another case where I can trade health or trade resolve here for 1 or 2 more experience. I don't think it's worth it in this case. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it in this case. Worth mentioning though. And another medal. I'll hop over to the medal dealer at some point. Spend all dominance, lose composure from all friendly arguments, and deal damage equal to the composure loss. That could be really fun, actually. +1 damage for every argument you have. I'm not going to make a lot of arguments, I don't expect. I'm down to try Matter of Fact. Let's give it a shot. Maybe we can build into that. This might be like picking Body Slam ahead of anything else, but I don't know. We want to go wide or we want to go upgraded? I kind of want to go wide here. I don't really know the card pool super well, so seeing more of them seems a little better. Now, you don't fear demerits, but the Barons are highly motivated to get Worksite B back to its quota. For now, they've asked me to talk to you, but perhaps they'll resort to less savory tactics. Can't do much righteous rabble-rousing if you're freaking killed, you dumb idiot. They're that peeved, huh? Good, let them crack. Others will work their way into their skin soon enough. As for you, think long and hard about your motivations. You don't want to end up on the wrong side of history. I think if I'm working for Amazon against the unions, I'm probably going to be making enough money that I don't care. Sure, I'll union bust. This has never gone wrong. Is there... Oh, there's nothing on the walk back. Cool. Felimo, I've done it. I'm a genius. Amy. May want to see about getting them some entertainment. Suppose there might be a laborer who might sing or tell jokes. Hey, what do you get when you... No, this isn't a joke episode. I'm sorry. Took some convincing, but I was able to deal with the pamphleteer discreetly. How wonderful something could go so smoothly for you. Nice, and we get the Amnesiator. Is going to let me just cut 2 cards from my negotiation deck. It'll probably be these 2 Grumbles, most likely. I find myself when I choose like either Diplomacy or Hostility, and I cut the other starting cards out. Another job for us. This has a heal. This has a heal. So either one has a heal. Delawano is being held for ransom by the Rise. Felimo wants you to get them out by whatever means necessary. I will definitely take the combat with the pack of auto dogs. That seems fine. We go... Because the dogs aren't going to hurt me, and I need to do some fighting. Or rather, the dogs aren't going to hate me, I should say. We haven't done an actual combat yet in this episode. I've just talked my way through everything. Executives keep wondering when we'll come up with another automech, you know. Our most successful enterprise, and it was brought to us by a laborer. No small wonder labor without the labor disputes. Please, they're virtually useless without a handler, they're brainless automatons. Just like the American people, am I right? To keep the directors happy, we came up with the dogs, but they have the unfortunate habit of going feral. Wouldn't you guess the blasted things know the bog better than anyone? With reports there's a whole colony loose preying on wayward laborers. As for what morale and attendance, yada yada, I'm gonna go punch some robo dogs. I don't think I can talk my way out of robo dogs. Less said about that, the better. When you destroy the chassis, be sure to salvage the core. We can run diagnostics and likely as not repair the model. Okay. We have to requisition supplies, but we're a contractor. Try the bartender at the last stand. Okay. I think going to the last stand should let me show you the coin swapping. So we'll hop on over here real quick. Yeah, here we are. A dusty old Kodeshi approaches as you enter. Your admiralty, yeah? Compliment on perception, great work. Do you have your squadron coin? Can I see it? Don't take offense, I'm a collector, you see. I have several coins of my own if you're up for a trade. Always here, I like the foot traffic. Decide you might be up for a trade. So basically, I believe you can make a trade once per day if you want to. So here's your starting 3 options, and as the days progress, I think you get better choices. So no matter what, we're going to make a trade here for sure. Because these are just better, as you can see. We can either go apply 2 composure to a random friendly argument on heads. We can go draw and discard, or we can go deal 2 damage on snails. I'm gonna go marsh coin. I went mud coin. I have been informed that sifting coin, which is draw and discard, you can just do an infinite with. There's a way to do it. So at some point, due to my history, I will probably try that out. But for now, let's go marsh coin. Maybe we can get our block through that. This one is a familiar weight. A pleasure to hold it again, for sure. So he's gone. We can't make our trade again, but we can always come back. Bar is well known in your network, a quiet speakeasy where people can rest away from prying eyes. Clients keep their heads down even as you come in. Hello, barkeep. Please give me alcohol. Word was I should expect you. I don't make a habit out of helping more than I need to. Thank you, buddy. Got something for you. Ooh, a graph? Ooh, he gives us a little graph. So at the start of each negotiation, insert a conductor into your hand that redirects opponent intents. So we get, basically at the start of every combat, we get a single-use force targeting card that sits in our hand. This seems okay. Gain 2 power at the start of each battle, lose 2 power the first time you take enemy damage, or whenever you shuffle your deck, deal 3 damage to a random opponent argument. I really like start with 2 power, lose 2 power. Even if this were start with 2 power, lose 2 power at the end of the turn, I think this would be good. So I'll go rugged wiring. I don't love pocket bomb. I don't think we're going to be shuffling enough for that to make a huge difference. And I don't remember what the first one was, but oh yeah, it's the retargeting effect. Then call in further favors. I got drinks, I got eats. You want anything other than that, you're gonna have to talk to the Jakes. They have a shop set up on the edge of the bog and the edge of the law, but they're a cagey bunch. Okay. So that opens up the shop for the run, which is up here. We have to talk our way in, but we'll do that when we have more money. Let's go fight some dogs, shall we? The story in Rook's storyline is pretty interesting because you just kind of pick a side and then work for it. However, as we'll see, it's not so straightforward. You find signs of a recent struggle in the clearing. Bloody scraps of metal and clothing are strewn about, and the distinct odor of ozone hangs heavy in the air. Kicking over a particularly grisly piece of scrap when you realize you're not alone. Hello, Viren. Is he drunk? He is drunk. What are you doing here, Grifter? I'm contract here to recover the scrap. I should teach you a lesson. You can talk him into working with me, but this is also self-defense, so I can handle this either way. I'm going to do the combat because I have done all conversations. Although convincing him to work with me would be nice, I'd rather just do 2 fights here. I don't feel like I should mess around, and rather, I feel like it's good for me to spend some time upgrading my attack deck. So, Rook's mechanics are these charges, effectively. I'll give you the quick and dirty. A lot of Rook's cards interact with charges. You start with 4, and you gain 1 charge per turn. For every empty charge, you gain 1 block at the end of your turn. And for every charge you generate over the top, you gain a stack of overcharge, which then decays at the end of your turn. For every stack of overcharge, the higher number on your damage goes up. So, for example, if I were to apply 4 charge right now, I would gain 1 stack of overcharge, and my hair trigger would then be able to do 8 damage. It would do 6 to 8. Concentration is the other mechanic, but we don't have any way to get that right now, but concentration gives the lower number an increase. So you can stack up really big numbers with those two. Other than that, that's basically it. You'll kind of get a feel for it as we play through. There's no innate benefit to gaining charge, and spending charge is going to give us passive block right now, unless I'm trying to build out to overcharge, but I don't think I am. So let's play, the kicks are pretty bad, but you only have to play them 3 times. I think I want to play to maximize my experience every turn though. So let's do these, Brain Burn and Crank. And we'll see how that is. I've noticed that in combat the game gets a little bit louder too. When we're fighting in the bog, sometimes these little bog gifts pop up. Apparently, we just got a bunch of treasure. If I kill this within 3 turns, I will get $76 and a fleet egg. I wonder if that hatches into a pet. That'd be kind of cool. Ricochet, whenever this target takes damage from an attack, deal that much damage to one of their allies and reduce Ricochet by 1. Ah. So I can do like a little Ricochet action here. I vaguely understood how that worked, but I haven't actually played Ricochet before now. So now every time that I shoot this, it's gonna, for the next 2 attacks anyway, I will do damage to all enemies if I hit here. Let's see what ammo pouch has. Spend all charge, deal 1 bonus damage per charge spent. Spend 2 charge, apply 2, or spend a charge, apply 2 burn. Burn is take damage equal to the stack of burn and deal half as much to all allies and then remove half of the burn. It seems like it's just better bleed. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's just better bleed. Burn just seems better than bleed. Let's take Mark. Mark is when you attack a target with Mark, gain 1 charge and reduce the mark by 1. We'll block here. I do lose my 2 power, which is a shame. I saw it say +4 morale. Did this guy get morale back for hitting me there? Let's see. Let's go ahead. I wanna focus on finishing up the good cards. So I kind of want to let this fight play out for longer if possible. I want to at least let it go 5 rounds anyway. I think what we're doing here is fine. Let's do 6 damage to this thing. I guess I'll kick it. And maybe the best thing I can get, my foot ricochet? Like, I know mechanically it does make sense, but like, come on, my foot ricochet? That's humor there. You can see overcharge. Kick was doing 8 per turn last turn, but now it's up to 9. Or it's 8 to 9. And if I play that, it goes up to 8 to 11 because we're at 3 overcharge. I think overcharge is very strong in my experience. I found it to be ridiculous. You end up doing some really big numbers when you get high amounts of overcharge. We're now fatigued, so we just finished the combat. And gain 2 concentration. Concentration increases the lower number. Hopefully you'll get a good feel for it. I said, I think in an episode recently, that I would try to write out something for you so that you could understand the game easier. Like if you want to cross-reference any of the mechanics, but I have not done that yet. Maybe I'll do that a little later. If we brain burn, we apply 2 burn here. I'm going to take damage, like my man is hitting me. I have disrespected him and I'm going to pay the price. For it still being here, I'm going to take a bit of damage. 14 even. But I took this 14 for my greed. 6. I cannot kill you, so I'll just block 6. This guy's actually hitting for a lot more than I would expect. But you also lose concentration, or it gets halved every time you get hit. That's the other mechanic. Is he like... I keep seeing it say like bonus morale or some shit. I don't know. I'm not going to murder this guy. Don't worry. We'll take the egg, we'll take the resolve, we'll take the metal. Give me a cool card. Spend all charge, gain 2 defense per charge spent. So if you do this, you'll spend, like, say you spend 4 charge, you gain 8, and then you also, since your charges are empty, will gain 12 or 4 more. For each charge you spend, apply 1 mark to a random enemy. Apply 2 marks. So this is like if you spend charge, you can then get it back by hitting an enemy, basically. Let's try release valve. This card seems really good. I played my last run trying to build up a bunch of charge. Let's try building around spending charge. Stop, we don't have to do this. Yeah, a word of reason. I know which way the pack went. You seem capable, I'll tell you where they are, and you can go put an end to them. Yeah? Make sure they can't hurt anyone else. Yeah. I took a lot of damage there. We got pretty chunked out. I may end up having to buy something to heal after that. But, here we go. How bad could it really be, yeah? You find the den, though your brutes don't thank you for it. The dogs lay motionless amid an array of discarded scrap metal, high-frequency whine, shrill and suffering issues of... Wait. High-frequency whine, shrill and suffering, issues from the vents of the largest. In this state, what I don't understand what that means. In this state, it's hard to see them as a threat, which is why they catch you off guard when they spring into action at your approach. Visit. They're all 0-star difficulty, apparently. So there's 2 backup dogs. They also all have exactly 10 HP. And they take double damage from piercing attacks. Okay. Which one's hitting me for 5? Back one's hitting me for 5. So if I were to have Ricochet out, I would just kill 2 of them, right? I think it... Is there a world... Does Ammo Pouch have a Ricochet card? Does not appear to. No, it does not appear to. Okay. So I guess I'll just play Kick Hunker. Kick the 5 damage one, which is this one. Yeah. Kick this dog away. A new one enters, but it doesn't get to take its turn upon entering, and then we can just, I'll play the 3 block over the crank here. I think that's fine. This fight actually doesn't look that bad, surprisingly enough. Here's a Ricochet kick play. Oh yeah, should tell you about the hatch mechanic. In case you haven't seen it, this is unique to Rook as well, I think. I haven't seen anything with Sal with hatch, but basically we play this card 4 times and then it changes into something else. And the number after hatch is how many times you have to play it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just kill 2 and take 5 here. The Kikishay. It's not an original joke, don't worry. The game makes the joke Kikishay. I didn't come up with that one. Alright, so here you can see release valve kind of be really good. It does make my hair trigger worse, but that's fine. I'm going to, again, delay. I feel like if you want to... I don't know what the future of this game is in terms of, like... I don't imagine people are going to want to win streak this or anything like that. But, you know, if you do, I feel like it is best to spend your early game. Like, trading health for upgrades early on seems like a good line. I will... If I play Crank, I actually lose 2 defense, right? So, I need to hunker down, not get hit. I do feel like... So, I have found, when I feel like the game is loud, it is actually not that bad. So, it's probably not that loud, but it does feel loud to me. So, feel free to let me know if it is. Gain an overcharge, there you go. End it there, because next round we take fatigue. Upgrade kick. We can either get double kick or visionary kick. Draw a card on kick seems really bad. 2 energy draw a card seems awful. So I guess we take double kick. It is just an upgrade, right? It does more. Go from 8 to 10. Attack twice, maybe we get some value out of it. If the target has burn, gain 2 charge. If the target has burn, gain 1 action. Empty, gain 3 concentration. Empty, gain 3 concentration seems good. As long as we have no charges, we'll gain 3 concentration from this. Sure. I don't want to pick a card that is conditional on burn yet, since I haven't gotten any burn. Collect up all the auto dog cores you can find in the wreckage. As you're working, Viren shows up, getting the drop on you. Hand over the cores, Grifter. The Rise needs them. Viren will like me, give up half the cores, or fight him off. Dude, didn't I just beat the shit out of you? What the hell, man? It's only like, if it were love, I would maybe give him the cores. I think I just negotiate this because our health is lower. I believe this man should be half, but I'll give up half the cores here. You did have something to show the Barons. How about I give you half the cores and we both have something to show? That's fair. So because he's an alcoholic and he's drunk, when destroyed, I can break his drunkenness to destroy a random intent. And he's also a Rise member, which means he makes one of our actions cost more. This is really annoying. It's not as bad as the Appropriators, though. The Appropriators... those guys make me unhappy. Currently prepared card +2 bonus damage. I'd have to play Visionary for that to work. I'm definitely playing Agency here. I guess I'll just take +1 action next turn with carryover. I can flip. I'm going to play Agency. Actually, I should play Agency first, I suppose. One of these gives influence. It's a weird one because if I play the Cordial Pleasantries and then I play Agency, and it's a 50-50 on if I take 4 or not. Because this is going to destroy one of the random intents, but it might destroy him putting out an argument. Let's flip. Right, so if we get heads, it does mean that I can just break the drunk, and then there's no question mark. My pleasantries are already all upgraded. So yeah, I guess I'll just gain an influence, break the drunk. He's not hitting me. We'll play Agency for the experience, or Matter of Fact. Sticky or 0 cost are the upgrades. So I feel like our best game plan here, with Matter of Fact, I feel like my plan is to flip the coin a bunch, rig a bunch of heads, fill up like 20-ish composure in a turn, and then just Matter of Fact blast. That's what we'll aim to do, because that sounds cool. I don't know if it's good, but it sounds cool, doesn't it? Hey, stop hitting my call it, please. That card shouldn't cost 2, that should cost 0. Thank you. Good turn for me to just drop Amnesiate or break a Grumble, right? Yeah, feels fine. And I'll just blacklist him. We take 4, but I didn't draw a block for that purpose. To stop that. And I don't... sometimes this Grumble that's left in our hand that has 2 experience, I think sometimes that just gets Destroy, which is fine. Don't make my call it cost 3. I beg you. Oh hey, he's doing the Eddie Murphy meme in this, isn't he? He's doing the... That's not Eddie Murphy, I don't think, but he's doing the one where, you know, the taps your head meme. This game has a lot more, like, jokes in it than I expected, I gotta say. Take my call it back to 0, please. 2. Play the Rationale. I guess we rig ahead. We're chilling, like, no matter what, we're chilling here. Play Agency just to get it played. You can't tell me what to do. He's not wrong. Need 2 actions, +1 for every friend in the Rise. I can just break the other Grumble here with the Amnesiator. Is there a better option? I don't really feel like it. I feel like I'm going in on green, so we just break the other Grumble right here, right now. Should have played Matter of Fact first, but it's okay. Rationale becomes Gamble. If Tails, apply 2 Composure to all friendly. Yo, that seems really good, actually. Because... oh, no, it's not that good, because it loses the 3 baseline. I actually don't think I take one of these upgrades then, because apply Rig of Snails seems bad. And apply 2 to all for snails. I guess the Gamble is nice, right? But I'm not going to be rigging snails ever. Right now I'm not rigging at all, though. Maybe I just don't. And I just remove this Rationale then. I think I will just not. I think both of those are bad. 3 to 4. If you have heads, gain 1 influence. Okay. Overwhelm, I'm not interested in. While this is in your hand, apply 3 composure to a random argument whenever you prepare a card. I have 1 option for prepare a card. I have Dogged, but this could be good, but I feel like this is kind of, like, this is the sort of card that I pick up once I'm committed. If any of these, I feel like Jabber. 3 to 4 is good. Like, 3 to 4 damage is solid. I'll grab this. 1 energy deal 3 to 4. We're playing 1 energy deal 3 already, so 1 energy deal 4 is just better, and sometimes that gives us influence. It's only fair, I suppose so. They did put up a fight after all, and you were there to lend a hand. Until next time. Yeah, I think that's a fine resolution. Unless Felimo's mad about us giving up half the cores. Maybe he knows how many dogs there are, but I don't think so. Interesting that that quest would play out a lot differently if you just kill that guy the first time around, too. Convince Felimo that half the cores were lost. Ah, so I have to talk Felimo down. I see. It's a nice change of pace to be the one tracking. Here are the pack's cores. So he likes us already, so he only has 13 to start. Shouldn't be that hard. I hope that one day they put out something to stop this flicker bug, because this is rough. Of all of the negatives I could say about this game, there are not many. This is one of the worst offenses, which is not that bad, all things considered. It is just a little unlucky, though. I cannot throw this at myself. Oh no, I don't really want to play any of these. Prepare a card. I can prepare Dog It and then play it, I guess. And I can prepare something else, although it doesn't really matter. Could flourish. What are my flourishes? Is this guy gamble 5 times or gamble once after every card you play? I should probably do a flourish at some point. I'll flourish at the end of the day. I'm already falling into the problem of wasting my, or not using my flourishes. But like this, I don't need to, you know? Still call it and matter of fact. Matter of fact is not a big deal. Oh, I get to do a blacklist here. All business does nothing because I don't have any hostilities left, I don't think. I think I lost them all. Let's gain an influence. Let's trickery first because we might just get a rig. Yeah, I'll take the rig heads. An important part of this run is going to be not having a lot of arguments, I feel like, so that the composure that gets applied randomly works out in our favor generally. Yeah, I'll flip again. I could end it here, but I'm not going to. I want to try and finish out my upgrades. We'll take 3. Still my jabber and my trickery. He's got a straw man. Agency shouldn't ever kill him. Gain an influence. He has my jabber as the card I would want to play. Let's play agency, I guess, and see. And then let's play let's play pleasantries first, I suppose. Oh, okay. I high rolled and he's just gonna die now. It's fine. That's fine. It's not great, but it's acceptable. Having the lower experience perk, this seems really good. Max XP on both your basic decks is halved. That seems really strong. Bluff, this card costs 0. If it's heads, draw 2. Heads deal max damage, prepared gain an action. Oh, so if you play it when it's prepared gain an action? Sure, let's try this. I mean, it's just free, and it kind of fits into both of the things we're doing. Alternatively, we draw 2 for free, but I don't have the action economy to make this work right now, so let's just go ahead, Turner. And we get a rat. Oh, this is just the game telling me I can upgrade this again. I'm not going to upgrade that, though. Or things were so badly damaged that a puff of air could have disintegrated them once I realized I adjusted my tactics, but this is all I could have recovered. At least you reacted in the moment. That's what I like. You always think about you always think on your toes. 81 shills, 1 metal, and we get to either... Oh, I didn't realize this quest. I forgot this quest ended in a heal. I could have been a little more aggressive with my health, I suppose. That's okay. I'll just heal the full. You know damn well I didn't call you all the way out here to rough up some organizers without my own enforcers. I need your particular skills. Thought you might. Do you want to discuss that here? Watering hole I mentioned earlier is a good place to have a quiet conversation. So we're going to meet him in the bar at sunset. Good captain, you may have been our leader, but I was the better marksman. It would be a shame if I required a demonstration. Felimo and I are good old war buddies, I suppose. We're old friends. Autodog road stall? Or it's turn 1, and a quiet clearing would give me bonus resolve, I think. I'm down for a turn, or not turn 1, it's day 1. Let's go to the quiet clearing. I can either heal my resolve if it's too much. Follow the path. So we can, it's only 15. Yeah, I'll take a max +5 for 15 here. That seems fine. I feel like you never really want to come here for the resolve heal unless things are really bad. But going up to I5 for the rest of the run on day 1 seems good. No Probably buy a drink for someone in the bar. Just work on getting more people to love me. We got Koki. And share him a drink. Let's see. What do you give me? I don't know. I think that this symbol means. I'm pretty sure. I'm not certain, but he's a bartender. I'm pretty sure that this symbol means that he will give me bonus healing from drinking, and the guard will give me. Do I know? I don't know, but I think that this is a benefit. Oh, but I can't drink with her, so. I could also just buy a drink myself, but let's. I'm gonna have to convince him, and I imagine that I'm going to have to negotiate with him here, at some way. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna greed because I don't like that guy's perk. I'm pretty sure. Only here to meet for someone. The last of the light. Felimo walks through the door. Hey, he's over there. All right. Hello, Felimo. Won a lot of money playing cards at this very table. Bring me here to play cards. I have something even better. I want you to infiltrate the Rise. It's time we put an end to this worker rebellion. I'm to find out who's in charge. I know who's in charge. It's that Prindo Calandra. I want you to get close to her. Make yourself invaluable, and we'll take it from there. How am I supposed to do that when I can be seen having a friendly chat with a prominent Spark Baron? We're only talking and you're very tricky. The taps here loosen tongues and I have valuable information. Kind of information that would be very valuable to the Rise. Intel's real, we'll take a few casualties, but it's a price I'm willing to pay. So we have to convince the Rise that we're a double agent working against Felimo. And we've been it's a double agent angle. It's child's play. Yeah, I will take it. Shouldn't just march right up to this Prindo Calandra. Turning yourself in at one of the cells, I happen to know the location I want. Take it nice and slow. And so you say you've been seen with me. It'll take some convincing that you're on the level, especially because there's suspicion. I have no plan for extracting you if things go sour, so don't mess this up. Okay. So I will have to talk my way in. I was hoping by waiting that since it changed to nighttime, there would be different people in here than this guy. But I'll share a drink with him. Oh, so I've paid double for the heal if I share a drink with him. I'll actually just pay 30 then, and buy a drink for myself. Yeah. So we'll have a curse in our next two combats, or we'll have one curse added in each deck, I should say, until either the end of day. Oh, hey, I guess I should have looked at the map first, huh? Cache a heal and supplies. Tragic. Oh, let's go to the gun show. We can go upgrade our weapon. Rook, they said you were dead. Yes. I think this event always happens because I had the same event last time. Work in private security, yada yada. Please change my pistols. Do you remember these? Whips out guns. So things have to stick together. I was practically a child when she built our guns. So I can either increase my charge chambers or decrease my charge chambers. I think that... So I decreased them for my overcharge build because all I cared about was filling them out and then spamming out overcharge. Let's do an increase this time. More charge chambers means we'll get more blocks. Possible. Tell you what, I'll add one for free, but I can do it if it costs you. $250 for 2 charge chambers? Yeah, sure. That seems cool. Good as new and even better. Hell yeah. Goodbye, Frizz. You'll notice too, I didn't even point it out, but the map for this, the map for Rook is different than the other characters' map. Yeah, it's different than Sal's, which is pretty neat. It's a whole different world. 29 metal, 28 prestige points. I'm just gonna kind of let metal fill up, and then I'll do a big spend at the end of the run, probably. The lone traveler approaches. Rook, is that you? It's Feldspar. How long has it been, man? 20 years. Feldspar used to be a captain when you were in the Aerostat. Feldspar was always a bit of a goon. And the game called him a goon. I mean, with that kind of a hack? Come on. Hello, Feldspar. I barely recognize you. What brings you out here? Same old Admirally Oshdung? Okay. Just working security for a visiting stuff shirt, but today's my day off, so I'm taking in the sights. Back me up. Before you can ask any questions, you're approached by a group of angry workers. Oh no. Still a misunderstanding. Take a walk, Grifter. Hey, what'd he do? You must know he's the reason that we're stuck in this Hesh-forsaken bog. We were happily employed back in Murder Bay, but this Oshnoo's arse got us transferred here when we wouldn't pay him for protection. I guess we will. This is I can leave. I will not leave my old friend. I think we take the combat because our resolve is a little lower. Trade a little health and we'll heal resolve at the end and all that. You're gonna have to go through me too. These two guys have pipes and this person's just using robo fists. Watch out for the robo fists. So we passively block 10 right now. And if I can spend my last charge, which I cannot, I could gain 3 concentration. I cannot though. No, it's just 1, right? It's not 2, it's 1. So we passively gain 5. My mistake. In this deck, Crank is actually really bad because it costs me block for it to be played. I'm noticing now. Yeah, early game we're just gonna get hit. What's this effect? Remove 1 stack when attacked. If worn out reaches 0, apply 1 stun. Okay. With Ricochet, you gotta be careful if you're trying not to kill someone, because you can Ricochet someone who surrendered and killed them. I've seen that happen. There goes our 2 power. This episode's gonna be long. It was like, I don't even feel like I spent a lot of time in dialogue. I just spent a lot of time in these combats. There's a lot happening. The charge for 2 burn seems fine. It does not apply 2 burn to multiple targets. Gotcha. Yo, holy moly, our friend has 130 health? I was like, yo, he's taking 11. I better watch out. The man is massive. Look at him. I don't have to worry about him. I gotta worry about me. Concussion. This fight is difficult. What the hell? This is the difficulty increase, I suppose. Enemies got harder. No charge, so we will gain. First, we'll play the egg and draw. I guess we'll take a little more chip damage. We'll take 1, but that's okay. I'm still getting experience where it matters, and our friend here, Feldspar, should be able to handle this pretty well. This fight's tough though. What the hell? I don't have a really good deck set up yet, so I'm still kind of weak, it feels. And 2 concentration. I think I need to draw a card. I can also aim for apply 1 impair. Oh, the animation's fixed. I could apply impair to the backmost laborer here. The one that's hitting for 13. Yeah, this seems like the best option here. And then we'll just continue to blast, I suppose. Maybe kick. Yeah, probably kick here. Oh, I stun him off of that. Cool. Did he taunt? I didn't get hit there. Am I out of my mind? What happened? Was he the one doing all that damage to me, actually? And these two were just buffing? I wasn't looking too closely, but either way. First of all, I think this guy is like the second to last boss in the Sal campaign. If you side with the spree, I think you fight this guy. And second of all, my man's a monster. What the hell? This dude's an animal. So if I hit Hardy 1 time, he gives up. He's taking 8. So can I spend? I can spend my charge and then get the focus strike out there. I think I play. I let Feldspar take damage. I don't care about his health bar. He's gonna live. And we can spend a charge on Hair Trigger. And I'm just gonna bet on the Ricochet working in my favor here. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I can get Feldspar to join us and just carry me through this game. This man is an animal. He's crunching. And this fight's really hard. This fight is very scary, I'm noticing. Maybe I should have just talked to them. It's hard to tell though. This is one of those things where in the future I'll remember this combat and go, oh yeah, those are the guys who almost killed me. That's right. I remember this now. Act twice. So I can knock out this laborer Vis here. Gotta be careful that Feldspar doesn't accidentally do a murder here, because that would be a shame. Into charge, 2 defense. I take the same amount of damage if I play Crank, so let's play Ricochet. Or Ammo Pouch, I mean. Spend all charge here? Sure. It's +2 block. What are my flourishes? Hit all enemies or gain 6 concentration and 10 defense. I'm gonna hold off at this point, because I'm only taking like 2 chip damage here. The whack. We got like half health though. This was rough. This guy came back online, and now I have to not kill him? Come on, man. 12 to 13 is how much I'll do. I can not kill him here almost. 1 damage off, or 1 energy off. I should have looked closer. I didn't realize he turned back on here. I think I kick, and then I should be good to get him next turn. Scary. It's really hard to not kill someone here, I feel like. But I think we should be good. So Hatch follows the same as Experience, where I can't play a Hatch card and like I don't get the value here if I play Hatch. So if the blast doesn't take him, then Brain Burn can't high roll and get him, right? Like there's no world where if I play Brain Burn, oh, he puts up block. Wait a minute. So he's at 7. I just have to roll a 3. Okay, thank God. That was tough. That fight was hard. What? Again, I'm not upgrading this rash. Oh wait, no. This is a different card. No, that is rationale. Okay, it just came up at the end of this battle also. Improvise plus a card, or I think I go improvise plus because we have many good hits here. Anything that spends charge is pretty good, and I will just break the blasts out. Destroy blast seems fine. Apply 2 Scorched and 2 Burn. What is Scorched? Burn cannot decay by more than 2 stacks per turn. Whenever Burn is triggered, remove 1 Scorched. Apply a wound per empty cell. Spend a charge, deal 3 bonus. I'll take apply a wound per empty cell. We're gonna play it. We're playing around our cells being empty here. Just like the good old days, eh, Rook? Remember it hurting a lot less afterwards back then. Thanks for the help. If you need anything, just ask, alright? Hey, he loves us for that. Gain 1 bonus defense on cards that play defense. That's really good. But all of the people we just defended against now dislike us. Unlucky. I think we're almost done with this day, actually. Head to the location Felimo mentioned, but as far as you can tell, it's nothing but a desolate patch of swamp. Kick up some moss, looking for signs of buried fires. Eventually you see a small mark scratched into the lichen of a large stone. Are you lost, Grifter? Yes. You're the one contracting for the Barons. Fair warning, you should leave while you still can. Gonna be a reckoning soon. Oh no, Papa John. You're a member of the Rise. Do you know where I'd find Calandra? I'll kill you before I let you get to her. Beat her up. No. We'll talk about this one. On the payroll, my loyalties lie with Calandra. We're doing a little double cross action here. Help the Rise. You know the deal. I'm actually a secret agent. I'm on the other side. What do I want to do here? I want to flip this. No, that's not the card I wanted. Sorry, I meant to click on call it. It's my bad. It does happen that way sometimes. That was just a misclick on my end. Rig, heads or tails. I think I carry over for next turn. And then I just block, I guess. I feel a lot better about our negotiation. Like, our combats have been very difficult. Our negotiations have been pretty clean. Paired gain an action. Let's get this name down. Seems like most of the prepareds are, they're related to action economy, which is pretty nice. Like that one. Give me a heads. Thank you. I think this this negotiation plan can work. I feel like our battle deck is really garbage right now, though, and we might just get run over. But from a negotiation standpoint, I feel pretty good. I can get rid of the sword speech. Dude, this is gonna be we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes and I have not finished the day yet. This is crazy. I'm not gonna cut halfway through. This episode will just be longer. Bottom Snail is the card that you can play with the coin, by the way. You take the discard coin and then you can discard Bottom Snail and draw a card, and you can just I think this gets up to draw 2. Yeah, it gets up to draw 2, so you can just rig rig snails, discard visionary bottom snail, and repeat forever. Spend all dominance, gamble, and deal 2. Prepared +3 damage and draw a card. I could do grunt. I am kind of playing towards prepared. Right? Like I have 2 ideas here, but adding something like prepare or grunt seems fine. It works. It does something. I'm not upgrading that rationale. Risking my life to be here with valuable intel. Well, if you're on the level, that's a windfall, make no mistake. This could be a difference, Pops. I hope you know that. You won't find Kalandra there, she's too well protected, but that's how you can find someone who can vet you. Rise HQ. I think that after day 1, the run, like the days get quicker after the first day, but we'll see. Find a ramshackle structure hidden in the bog, right where you were expecting, thinking it best to put a bold foot forward, you barge in. Hello, I'm here for Kalandra. 2 seconds away from blasting you back to wherever you came from. Work with the Spark Barons, but I find them distasteful. I'm here to offer my services. I have come bearing gifts, you hand over the intel. Gonna need some time to go over this. Send you out on a job while I check this info. When you come back, if you come back, then maybe you can talk to the boss. Okay, so apparently there's... Hang on. I'll take this job. Barons move Spark through the bog at night, thinking the darkness protects them. It does not. We are the bog. One of our cells is ready to strike, but they're down the fighter. Make sure they succeed. Let me take this and look. Yeah, so there's like, this is another fight, and then we have to come back, and then we have to do the boss. Okay, I'm gonna actually just end the episode. I was thinking we'd do 1 day per episode, but this day is really long. I feel like I've gone at a good pace, but there's just so much happening. So yeah, I'll cut it here, and then we'll finish up day 1 and do hopefully most of day 2 tomorrow. And yeah, I'm surprised at how long this day was. So much happened. That's crazy. Anyway, thanks for watching, I suppose. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good one.